Okay, so you know that feeling, right? You're scrolling TikTok and suddenly you see an ad for something so specific you were just talking about it. I mean, it happened to me just last week. I was just thinking about getting a new houseplant and then bam, an ad for a monstera. It's just, how on earth did it know?
Oh yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? And you're not alone in wondering that. That feeling of a perfectly curated feed is exactly what we're going to unpack today. We're going to dive right into TikTok's official US privacy policy and terms of service to see what they actually say about the data they collect and how it all comes together to create your experience on the app. Okay, let's get into it. So according to their policies, the data TikTok collects really falls into three main buckets, and the first one is the stuff you actively give them. This first category is what their privacy policy calls information you provide. It's probably the most straightforward one. Think of it as everything you consciously type, upload, or sync to the platform yourself.
Whoa, okay, so this isn't just my videos, it's my private messages and my phone contacts if I give it permission? That's a lot.
It is. And they say they collect this to do things like, run your account, process any purchases you make through TikTok Shop, and with your permission, help you find friends who are also on the app.
Right, next up, let's talk about what's happening in the background. This second bucket, which the policy calls automatically collected information, is all the data the app gathers just from you using it. You don't have to type or upload a thing for this to happen.
Wait, hang on. Keystroke patterns? Why would they need to know how I type? That seems a little intense. That's a really good question. The policy says it's for stuff like security, to spot bots and things like that, but also for personalization. And it's the same idea with analyzing your video content. Identifying faces or objects helps power all those cool video effects and filters, and it also helps with content moderation.
Okay, so here's something that's really important to get. Not all the data TikTok has on you comes directly from you or your phone. This third category, information from other sources, is a big one.
Okay, can you give me a real-world example of that? How does that actually work?
Absolutely. Let's go back to your houseplant ad. Say you clicked over to that plant store's website. Well, if that store is an advertising partner, they can then tell TikTok, hey, this user visited our site. That helps them figure out if their ads are actually working, and well, it helps them show you more ads you might be interested in later.
Right, so they are collecting a ton of information. Is any of this actually, good for me? Is there an upside here? That really is the central question, isn't it? It's a trade-off. A lot of this data collection is actually designed to make your experience on the app better.
So, this brings us right back to that how did it know feeling. The reason your For You page feels so magical and, let's be honest, addictive is because it's powered by your usage data. Every single video you watch, like, or share is a little signal that teaches the algorithm exactly what you want to see more of.
This data collection is also a huge piece of the puzzle for platform safety. According to their policies, TikTok scans user content and technical info to automatically find and get rid of spam, fraud, and stuff that breaks the rules. The goal is to keep the space safer for everyone. And this is absolutely crucial for creators. TikTok shares aggregated analytics, things like views, likes, and follower demographics. This helps creators really understand who their audience is. Plus, it uses payment information to make all the monetization tools like TikTok Shop actually work.
Okay, that all makes sense, but I can't help but feel like there's a flip side to all this. What are the potential downsides? What are the privacy risks we should be thinking about?
You're right to ask that. There are definitely trade-offs to consider. So now, let's explore some of those potential risks.
So, this table gives us a great snapshot of the potential risks. Things like sensitive inferences. That just means the platform can make guesses about you based on what you watch. Or behavioral profiling, which is how they build a detailed picture of you for advertisers. But I want to focus on the one with the highest severity, especially for creators, your intellectual property rights.
This is pulled word for word from the terms of service. And I want you to look at those key words: irrevocable, assignable and sublicensable, and worldwide. Let's translate that. When you upload a video, you are giving TikTok a very, very broad license to use it, copy it, and even make new things based on it without paying you. If you're a creator building a brand, that's a massive deal because it means your original work could be used in ways you never intended.
Wow, okay, that last one is a really big deal. So after hearing all of this, what can I actually do? Am I just stuck with all of this?
Not at all. The policies actually point out several ways you can manage your data. Here are some of the most important controls you can use, like right now.
Yeah, these are all real, actionable steps you can take, and they come straight from the Your Rights and Choices section of their privacy policy. You can go into your settings and limit ad personalization. You can turn off precise location services on your phone. You can make your account private, and you can even request a full copy of all the data they have on you.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's do a super fast recap of the most important things to take away from all this.
All right, lightning round. First up, what they collect. There's the info you give them, like your profile and content. Then there's the technical data from your device, all your activity on the app, the things they can infer from your videos, and finally, data from their partners.
Exactly. And all that collection leads to the big trade-off. Pro, you get that awesome For You page. Con, you get detailed profiling. Pro, it's a safer platform. Con, your content gets scanned. And for creators, Pro, you get growth tools. Con, you give up broad rights to your work.
So with all that in mind, here are 3 simple things you can check today. First, jump into your ad settings and see what your personalization options are. Second, review your privacy settings. Decide if you want to be public or private. And third, check your phone's permissions to see what the app has access to, like your contacts or location. This has been so eye-opening. It totally changes how you think about just scrolling or posting something without a second thought. So it leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Now that you really know the trade-offs, how are you going to use the app differently? And one final reminder, this breakdown is for educational purposes. It's based on TikTok's US policies as of January 2026, and it's definitely not legal advice. Thanks for diving into the official documents with us today.